Hi, good day everyone. I am April and I am tasked to report about the management section of Zendi's scandal. The first one is the form of organization. Zendi's type of business ownership is a general partnership in which partners will provide cash, skills, resources, as well as shared profits and losses in accordance with the terms of the partnership agreement that being provided. The next one is the vision statement. The vision statement of Zendi is to become a well-known and established brand of aromatic scented candles in Bacolod City that helps different generation experience the fragrance of natural therapeutic scent. All about the mission statement of the Zendi. It simply means to become a leading candle brand in Bacolod that provides good quality of scented candles that truly aspires and illuminate your senses with different aromatic fragrance that offer natural health benefits. What you can see on the slide right now is the organizational structure of Zendi Candles. As you can see on the top, it's the partners. Under the partners is the manager. Below the managers are the social media managers, the production manager, and the financial manager. So below the social media manager, you can see the creative manager, and it can be also noticed that the delivery service provider is indirectly connected to the social media manager, as the delivery head or the service provider is not a part of the internal management but will be contacted by the social media manager for the delivery of services. And also, you can see that under the production manager is the procurement head. Next slide is all about the Gantt chart of activities by the Zendi Candles.
This part will be further explained in the action plan portion of the business plan.
Presented in the first slide is the first P, which is product. Zendi Candles offers a variety of hand-poured scented candles. The candles are sustainable in which they are upcycled from repurposed materials and packaged with biodegradable material. The candles are molded into various shapes and sizes, glittered, carved, and infused with quality aromatic essential oils that the customer can choose from. In this slide, we are presented with the second P, which is price. So Zendi Candles uses the cost plus pricing strategy in determining the price of each candle. With this pricing strategy, the selling price of each candle is determined by adding 30% markup to the product's unit cost. So this slide is further explained by our financial manager, Josie Ortega, in the financial section. Presented in the third slide is the third P, which is place. So Zendi Candles is an online business, so it doesn't use a physical store and engages in e-commerce. So through the social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, the venture will place itself into the virtual world in the hands of the customer. This is advantageous to both business and customer as it is convenient, economical, and safe. Presented here is the last P, which is promotion. Zendi Candles, in its nature, will center on the social media promotion. This promotional strategy will utilize the use of the Facebook page and Instagram account, where the business can post its latest updates about the products, special offers, and other forms of advertisements and promotions. Timely enough, people in this age are technologically savvy, especially in the use of social media. Furthermore, choosing it as the platform for promotion is practical, convenient, and economical. Moreover, social media can be used for feedback mechanism purposes, since it allows customers to give reviews and ratings, as well as leave messages or suggestions that can further help the business on improving their offered services. The social media platform also features better sorting and searching that are convenient for customers to find what they are looking for. Given these accounts are active and updated to inform the customers about the latest updates of the products and promotion. Customer support is more personal and accessible and can aid the customers throughout the buying process. In this slide, we are presented by the target market of Zendi candles. So based on location, Zendi candles mainly targets the market of Bacolod City. The market is profiled according to the segmentation from the two base types, which is demographic and behavioral. So a survey by the National Candle Association shows that 90% of all candles, especially scented candles, are particularly purchased by women. With this behavioral base type, it demonstrates a difference between the buying patterns of men and women. With all of these, Zendi Candles decided to focus its target market on females between the ages of 20 to 34 who are looking to buy candles for aromatherapy. With social media as e-commerce to be the primary channel, the ages of 20 to 34 are determined as part of the millennial generation, one that is said to be accustomed to the making e-commerce purchases. In this slide, I proudly present the branding strategy of Zendi Candles. In its name, Zendi is a play on words from the Hiligaynon term Zendi, which means to light, and the Japanese term Zen. Zen is defined as the state of calm attentiveness in which actions are guided by intuition rather than by the conscious effort. So from its name, Zendi Candles is driven to provide its customers the source of enlightenment in the darkest moments of life, the scent that will manifest one's inner peace, your sanctuary. As you all can see, the logo of Zendi Candles is a lit candle symbolizing the main product of the venture, which is scented candles. The lit candle forms the letter I and G. The letter I as it looks like a candle, and G for the business name Zendi. The ray of light is to symbolize the enlightenment the candles emit, at the same time symbolizes Zen. These fonts are particularly used to show a fusion of Asian cultures, how the Japanese Zen practice of aromatherapy can be brought into the Philippine market. The choice of colors are also designed to fit the branding strategy of Zendi Candles. The choice of colors, as you can see, is the combination of calm and warm saturated green colors. The calm saturated green colors represents the sustainability of the product and scents that remind you of nature. The warm tone signifies the illumination brought by the lit candle, how it gives the sense of enlightenment to the user. So this ends my part of the reporting. Now let's proceed to the products and services to be presented by Bea Fernandez.
Thank you, Daniel. Good day, everyone. I am Bea Fernandez, and today I am tasked to report about the product and service section of the business plan. So this section discusses the product description, product flow or production flow, service flow, equipment, and raw materials needed and their corresponding prices, as well as the other technicalities needed for the production of Zendi candles. Next is the production and service flow. So the production and service flows show the chronological order of the production and service flow of Zendi candles. The production flow shows the step-by-step process as to the production of the candles, from the melting, molding, down to the packaging of the product. On the other hand, the service flow shows the operational steps in the selling of the candles, from the ordering down to the delivery of the candles, from the managers to the customers. So the figures shown on the PowerPoint presentation shows the chronological process of both the production and service flows. Next are the equipment and raw materials needed to craft Zendi candles along with their corresponding costs. The team ensured that all materials are sustainable, free from harmful chemicals, and environmentally friendly. Due to the increase in carbon footprint and the disturbing amount of single-use products and packaging, Zendi Candles hopes to contribute in the minimization of waste and ultimately to the complete shift of the planet to more sustainable practices, especially in conducting business. The table shown in the PowerPoint presentation shows the list of equipment and raw materials to be used. That is all for the product and services section. Now for the operational section, here is Yong.
Thank you, Bea. Now let us move on to the operation process flow. So the operation process flow involves four phases, which is the projected way on how the business operates in a day-to-day basis. For phase 1, it is known as the pre-opening phase. It refers to the time before the actual business hours from 9:30 to 10 a.m. It is during this time that the assigned member to run the business for the day can prepare before the actual opening time. These preparations involve the checking of the availability of products and if there were inquiries made after the actual business hours which were not attended to. The second phase is the opening phase, which refers to the actual operating hours of the business. This phase takes place starting from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. This phase can also be known as the business proper. So during this phase, customers may be able to inquire about our products and may have an immediate response due to having a member that would be on standby to entertain their inquiries. This may also be the time inquiries made after the business hours will be entertained. Next, or the third phase, is the pre-closing phase, which takes place 30 minutes before 9 p.m., which is the time the business closes. During this time, the assigned member for the day is to start checking everything before closing time, such as checking and recording the inventories as well as for the receipts. This is essential since the recorded inventories may be checked by the assigned member on the following business day, providing ease of access and having their sole focus on entertaining customers. The fourth and final phase is the closing phase, which takes place at 9 p.m. and refers to the end of the business day. In this phase, the assigned member of the day finalizes the receipts and inventories which were listed earlier, and that the said list is forwarded to the other members. With regards to inquiries made after the business hours, the inquiries will be entertained during the next business day by the assigned member of that business day. So now we move on to the schedule of HR duties. So the HR duties or the human resource duties involves two members of the group, each one taking responsibility in running the business page for one business day. This ensures that the group gets the opportunity of running the business page, making the work equal. Each day, a member is also tasked in the production of candles, which would supplement any products that are lacking and is wished to be purchased. However, if no candles are needed for that specific day, candles would still be produced, which will then be on standby and would then be sold in the succeeding business days, whichever comes first. This also ensures that all members can get to participate in the production of candles during the business day, and it also ensures that all members take part in each aspect when running the business. Now, I would like to introduce the next reporter reporting for the financial aspect, Josie Ortega.
Moving on to the next section that will be discussed in Zendi Candle's business plan is the financial aspect or the financial section. So this will essentially be presented through various segments consisting of the schedule of procurement, the materials table, the income statement, balance sheet, and the cash flow. So this will be shown through a series of numerical computations to see how Zendi Candles, as a new business, will be able to calculate its production costs for the various materials needed for the making of the said candles. Next up is we have our materials table. So we essentially bought 6 materials, majority of them online and a few of them around the vicinity of Bacolod. So they are varying in prices depending on how many items we bought them for. And as I've mentioned, since we bought majority of them online, there will be an additional shipping fee that will be added to the total costs of the materials that we bought online. Lastly, we have our cash flow statement, income statement, and our balance sheet. So I will briefly go over the purpose of each. First, the cash flow statement. It is basically to attain details of cash inflows and outflows of the business. Next, we have the income statement. It basically shows the total revenues and the total expenses over a specific time period. And lastly, the balance sheet is an overview of a business's assets and liabilities at a specific point in time. So as you can see, the costings, the expenses, and basically the materials are uniformed. Since the estimated business period will be for about 1 month, the materials in making the candles that were listed in the materials table in the previous slide are procured to specifically fit in that 1 month selling time frame. But again, if there will be any additional materials that will be bought, then surely the expenses, the costings will be reflected in the business's cash flow statement, income.
Now for the action plan of Zendi Candles. This section shows the next steps of Zendi Candles towards the implementation of the plan. The action plan discusses the different tasks to be accomplished by the managers, the people in charge for every task, the target dates, and the key success indicators for each task. A Gantt chart presented on the PowerPoint presentation shows a summary of the listed contents. So the following tasks are included. First is the brainstorming and preparations, which will be undertaken by all the managers. Procurement and crafting of products to be sold, to be headed by the financial manager. Creating of social media account, to be headed by the social media manager. Posting of posters and advertisements, to be headed by the creatives and social media managers. The official opening, together with the posting and selling of products, to be headed by all managers. And the official closing of project, to be headed by the financial manager for the liquidation. That is all for the business plan of Zendi Candles. It must be noted that all of the contents presented in the business plan may be temporary and may not be the final actions to be conducted during the implementation of the business and may still be subject to change. All changes will then be reflected on the final document to be passed after the implementation of the business plan. Once again, this is Bea Fernandez from Zendi Candles, inviting you to find your Centuary with us. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.